Week 15 of the fantasy baseball season. Here's a few pitchers I looked at off the wire this week. The first pitcher, Andre Palante of the St. Louis Cardinals. He's having some season. It's Palante where he finally transitioned to a full-time starter last year. And this year it's paying dividends. 82 and 2/3, 9 and 4 record, 64 Ks at 3.59 ERA, 1.19 whip, and 6 quality starts. And over the last couple weeks, 13 innings, 2-0 record, 8 Ks at 2.08 ERA, 0.77 whip, and 2 quality starts. So this Cardinal team, we know they traded a lot of veterans in the offseason, guys like Nolan Arenado, Sonny Gray, Wilson Contreras, Brennan Donovan. They're a solid team this season in the National League, 5 games over 500 in the Central Division, and Andre Palante's definitely been a big part of it, and he's going out there every fifth day and pitching good baseball for this Cardinal team. June 10th at the Mets, 6 innings, got the win. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks, a quality start. June 16th versus the Padres, 7 innings, got the win. 4 hits, 2 runs, 6 Ks, a quality start. And June 22nd versus the D-backs, 6 innings, got the win. 6 hits, a run, 2 Ks, a quality starts. His next outings here tonight versus the Miami Marlins is Palante. I know the last few outings has been versus teams that can't hit the baseball well, but he's going out there, going 6 or 7 innings pretty easily. He's getting those easy outs. I know he's not a big strikeout pitcher as Palante, but like I said, he's getting the easy outs. This Cardinal team, 5 games over 500 this season, even though they've lost 3 in a row, but he's been a big part of this team winning ball games, especially, like I said, trading veterans away. So Palante, definitely a pitcher to add this week, and even if he doesn't have a great outing, it's just one bad outing where he's been consistent, especially for the last month, 2 months of the season. Next pitcher, Aaron Nola of the Philadelphia Phillies. And Nola got that big contract last season, and obviously he hasn't lived up to it, but he's starting to get things together a little bit. Is Nola on the year, 80 and 2/3, 3 and 4 record, 82 Ks, a 5.58 ERA, 1.45 whip, and 4 quality starts. And the last couple weeks though, 14 and 2/3, 0-0 record, 14 Ks, a 4.30 ERA, 1.43 whip. So he's out there in 51% of fantasy leagues, just making the list is Aaron Nolan. Like I said, the last couple outings, he's starting to get it going a little bit. And anytime you're on a team like the Philadelphia Phillies, where they're surging of late, winning 4 in a row, is Philadelphia, and 7-3 in their last 10 games. Aaron Nola, he's going to get that offensive support. We know they got big time hitters, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner in this lineup. And Nola, like I said, he's starting to get a little bit better over the last few games with baby steps, but still, like I said, Nola, I don't think he's totally washed, and he could turn things around for fantasy owners in this Philly team. June 13th at the Brewers, 4 and 2/3, no decision, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks. June 18th versus the Mets, 5 innings, no decision, 7 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 6 Ks. And June 24th in Washington. And the best offense in the National League right now, 5 innings, no decision, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. His next outing is June 29th versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. This Pirate team, we know they've definitely improved this season compared to other seasons where they're 41 and 41 on the year. And they got some good hitters, obviously. Connor Griffin leading the way over there. Brian Reynolds, O'Neal Cruz, before he went down with injury, he was playing great baseball for them. Just to name a few guys, Ryan O'Hearn. So like I said, the Pirates, they're playing well, but Aaron Nola, he could start getting things going a little bit. Like I said, I know his year hasn't been great for him with an ERA over a 5, but still, he's a pitcher that usually finds a way to turn things around. Is Aaron Nola. Nola, he's still going to give you innings. I know last season was a bad year as well for him with over a 6 ERA, but at least he's starting to show a little bit of decency is Aaron Nola. So right now, if you want to take a shot at him, 12 team or deeper leagues, I would this week. Next pitcher, JT Ginn of the Athletics. JT Ginn, he was dropped in a few percent of fantasy leagues, but he's still having a great season and came off a good outing in last night's game on the year. 88 and 2/3, 6 and 4 record, 78 Ks, a 3.15 ERA, a 1.22 whip, and 7 quality starts. In the last month of the year, 35 innings, 4-1 record, 30 Ks, 3.09 ERA, 1.34 whip, and 4 quality starts. And to be honest, I think Ginn and Cage Jump have been the 2 best starters in this rotation for this Athletic team. Like Lopez started the year in the rotation, he couldn't stay. He wasn't pitching good. Luis Severino, he's on the 60-day IL. We probably won't see him for a while, Severino. And pretty much guys like Jack Perkins, they're getting a spot in the rotation. Aaron Savale, he's been up and down. Same with Jeffrey Springs. So like I said, pretty much 2 consistent guys that jump in JT Ginn. And Ginn's going out there. He's going pretty deep into games. He's hitting the strike zone. And like I said, this A team, they've been decent this year as well. They're 40-42, where we've seen them, 25, 30 games on the 500 the last few seasons is this Athletic team. So the last few outings here for June 15th versus the Pirates, 6 innings, got the win. 6 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, a quality start. June 20th, after the bad start versus the Angels, a lot of teams dropped them in 10% of leagues. 5 1/3 got the loss. 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. And then he bounced back in last night's game at the Angels. 6 innings, got the win. 8 hits, 3 runs, a walk, 5 Ks, a quality start. So like I said, JT Janney's got good stuff. He's attacking the zone. This A offense is pretty solid, led by Nick Kurtz. Obviously in that lineup, he's going to drive in a lot of runs. Jay Langoliers, he's got big pop, 35, 40 home run potential type of catcher. Tyler Stoddard saw him in that lineup. Henry Bolt, he's starting to get it going as well. So there's some guys in this lineup that could drive in runs and give the run support. But like I said, JT Janney's been arguably the most consistent pitcher all season long for this Athletic team. And right now, while he's out there in 53% of fantasy leagues, he's definitely in it this week. Next pitcher, Tatsuda Imai of the Houston Astros. Imai, he was a nice pitcher coming over from Japan. Got off to a slow start early in the season. Then he went on the injured list. And now since he returned, he's starting to get it going, especially in his last 2 starts on the year for the rookie. 47 innings, 5-3 record, 58 Ks, a 5.36 ERA, 1.32 whip, and 4 quality starts. In the last couple weeks, 12 innings, 2-0 record, 21 Ks, 2.25 ERA, 0.75 whip, and 2 quality starts. So this Astro team, they're playing a little bit better of late. Is Houston, they're still 4 games on the 500. We'll see if they'll be sellers at the deadline. And we saw Imai, he signed a 3-year, $63 million deal with an opt-out after every season for Imai in that contract. But like I said, he's out there right now in my 55% of fantasy leagues. This guy really could strike out a lot of batters, and he's starting to get used to it and find his groove right now. June 12th, the Kansas City 2/3 got shelled in that one. 4 hits, 5 runs, a walk, a K. Then June 13th versus the Guardians, 6 innings, got the win. 6 hits, 3 runs, 11 Ks, a quality start. And June 25th, at the Tigers, pitched another gem, 6 innings, got the win. 2 hits, no runs, a walk, 10 Ks, a quality start. So the last 4 out of 6 outings, he's had a quality start. Going back to May is Tatsuda Imai. And like I said, this kid, he got decent paid money, even though I thought more teams would be in on him in free agency in the offseason. But now he's starting to kick it into gear. The K stuff is legit. I know Cleveland and Detroit, those are mediocre to poor offenses for the majority of the season, but Tatsuda Imai now is turning things around, and while he's out there 55% of fantasy leagues, and he's going to help you with the K rate, and now he's starting to go a little bit deeper into games. 6 innings we've been seeing him go is Imai in the last 4 out of 6 outings, which is a good thing as well. Definitely an ad this week. Next pitcher, Troy Melton of the Detroit Tigers. Troy Melton, he's having a good season, and this Tiger team, we know they've had a lot of pitching prospects over the season, but injuries have done some of these guys in. Imai's obviously Reese Olson, he's been out for the whole season. He's been a decent prospect, and Troy Melton as well. Obviously, he missed the early part of the season. On the year for Melton, 37 2/3, 4-1 record, 25 Ks, a 2.39 ERA, 0.85 whip, and 4 quality starts. In the last month, 32 innings, 3-1 record, 22 Ks, 2.53 ERA, 0.84 whip, and 4 quality starts. So like I said, he's pitching great baseball. Is Troy Melton. This Tiger team, they're going nowhere this season. 12 games under 500, most likely trading Skubal at the MLB trade deadline. So Melton, he's going to have a spot in this rotation, especially if they trade off Skubal, and they've had a lot of injuries on and off this season as well. Out there in 58% of fantasy leagues. And if he goes out there and has another good outing, he's someone that's going to be owned in 50-plus fantasy leagues and not obviously be on this waiver wire list. June 9th versus the Twins, 5 innings, got the win. 8 hits, 4 runs, 5 Ks. June 20th versus the White Sox, 6 innings, got the win. A hit, a run, 3 walks, 5 Ks, a quality start. Versus Houston, tough luck loss versus Imai, where he got outdueled in that one. 6 innings, got the loss on the 25th. 2 hits, a run, 6 Ks, a quality starts. He's pitching good baseball as Troy Melton. His next outing as of now is going to be June 30th at the New York Yankees, where I know this Yankee team is starting to slump a little bit, obviously, ever since Judge is out of the lineup, where they were playing better the first few weeks with him out, and now 4-6 last 10 games for this Yankee team. So like I said, Melton's got good stuff. He's stretched out now. His pitch count has been going up, and he's definitely someone that can help fantasy owners. Next pitcher, Griffin Jax of the Tampa Bay Rays. So Griffin Jax, he's been a reliever pretty much his whole career. And typical Tampa Bay Rays, they transition him to a starter, and it's been working out for him and this Ray team. On the year, 54 innings, 3-5 record, 53 Ks, 3.33 ERA, 1.31 WHIP. And the last month of the year, 24 innings, 2-2 record, 26 Ks, a 3 ERA, 1.21 WHIP. In that time, the only thing, you don't go deep into games, no quality starts, like I said, on the year. So he's a 5-inning pitcher, is Griffin Jax. But some teams, they don't like a guy going through a lineup a third time, and that's been the case with Tampa Bay. And also, it was as well, like I said, they're gonna take guys from the bullpen, put them in the rotation, and just hope they give them 4 or 5 solid innings. And that's been the case with Jax. 13th at the Angels, 5 innings, got the loss. 5 hits, no runs, 5 Ks. June 19th versus the Nats, 5 innings, got the win. 4 hits, 2 runs, 5 Ks. And June 24th versus the Royals, 5 innings, got the win. 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. So Griffin Jax, he has good stuff. His next outing is June 30th at the Kansas City Royals. And like I said, he's not going to go more than 5 innings, but he's pitching well for this Ray team. You know, Ryan Pepiot, he was out early in the year, out for the season. Steven Matz, he's been on and off the injured list, and once again, he's on the injured list, is Steven Matz for this Tampa Bay Ray team. And Griffin Jax stepping into the rotation, and he's a guy that's been at least solid for this Ray team and given 5 innings. So in your 12-team leagues or deeper, where it's tough to find pitching, even though he's a 5-inning pitcher, and at times it's going to be tough to qualify for wins, Griffin Jax definitely an ad this week. Next pitcher, Joey Cantillo of the Cleveland Guardians. Cantillo having a solid year, and this young nucleus of starting pitchers have been solid for the most part for Cleveland. Obviously, Parker Misick, he's having a good year. Joey Cantillo pitching well, and on the year, 86 innings, 6-3 record, 85 Ks, 3.87 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, and 4 quality starts. In the last 2 weeks, 19 innings, 2-0 record, 22 Ks, a 1.42 ERA, 0.79 WHIP, and 2 quality starts. He's out there as well in 60% of fantasy leagues is Cantillo. He's got good stuff for this Guardian team, and we know they play in the Central with these not, very good offenses. June 13th versus the Tigers, 5 innings, got the win. 6 hits, a run, 4 Ks in that ball game. June 20th at the Astros, 8 innings, got the win. 4 hits, a run, a walk, 9 Ks, a quality start. And then last night versus Seattle, 6 innings, no decision on the 26th. 2 hits, a run, 2 walks, 9 Ks, a quality start. So he's starting to strike out more batters of late. Is Cantillo in the time where he's got 22 strikeouts in his last 3 outings. He's got good stuff. He's going deep into games, and him and Parker Misick, they've been good young pitchers that started the season in the rotation for the first time, and they're pitching good baseball for this Guardian team. So like I said, Cantillo's going out there, he's hitting the strike zone. He built up that pitch count of late, going deeper into ball games. And he's in the division, like I said, in the Central. It's 3 teams under 500 in that division, where this Guardian team is 42-40 with just the White Sox ahead of him. So with those factors, Cantillo, especially where more division games come up later in the year, he definitely could keep it going at this rate, I believe. And then they had this week, next pitcher, Sean Burke of the Chicago White Sox. Sean Burke, it's been an up and down last few weeks for him, but overall his numbers are good on the year. 87 in the third, 5-4 record, 87 Ks at 3.71 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, and 4 quality starts. In the last month, he's 3-1 and 27 in the third, 3.29 ERA, 1.35 WHIP with a quality start. Out there in 64% of fantasy leagues is Sean Burke. And like I said, he started the year off great, then he hit a little bit of a wall, and now he's getting back on track. And this White Sox team, they're playing great baseball. First place in the Central, even though it's one of the weaker divisions in the league, and they're coming off a 22-1 victory in last night's game as this White Sox team versus the Kansas City Royals. June 13th versus the Dodgers, 4 innings, got the loss, 6 hits, 4 runs, 5 walks, 6 Ks. June 18th at the Yankees, 7 1/3, got the win, 5 hits, a run, a walk, 8 Ks. And June 23rd versus the Guardians, 6 1/3, got the win, 6 hits, a run, a walk, 6 Ks, a quality start. So like I said, with Cantillo, there's 3 teams under 500 in this division. The Guardians are only 2 games over 500, and the White Sox only 4 over. So this division pretty much is a 2-team race for the most part, unless the Twins get hot again and cut into that lead where they're 4.5 out. But like I said, there's not a lot of good hitting in the Central Division. We've seen it throughout the league that there's more division games in the second half of the year. And obviously that's crunch time for fantasy owners and obviously these teams to win those division games. So Burke out there, like I said, in 64% of fantasy leagues. He's hitting the zone. He's going deeper into games. And I think he definitely can help fantasy owners is Sean Burke. And he's an ad this week. Next pitcher, Peter Lambert of the Houston Astros. So Lambert, he's been on the list a decent amount of times this season. And this Astro team, I know Hunter Brownie returned to the rotation recently. Christian Javier looks like he's going to be back this weekend to the rotation, or worst case Monday or Tuesday for this Houston Astro team. But Peter Lambert, he's been holding his own, and I don't see him taking him out of the rotation on the year. 68 2/3, 6-4 record, 64 Ks at 3.28 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, and 5 quality starts in the last month of the year. Very solid, 28 1/3, 3-0 record, 24 Ks at 2.54 ERA, 1.16 WHIP, and 2 quality starts out there. In 66% of fantasy leagues is Peter Lambert, and he's really hitting the zone. He's going deep into the games, and obviously he was a guy that they didn't expect in the rotation, but with all these injuries early in the year for the Astro team, they put him in there June 10th at the Angels, 6 1/3, no decision, 5 hits, 2 runs, 6 Ks, a quality start. June 17th versus the Tigers, 7 innings, got the win, 2 hits, a run, 5 Ks, a quality start. And June 23rd, a little shaky in that one at Toronto, 4 2/3, no decision, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 6 Ks. But Lambert, I know he's only been a 5.5 inning pitcher for the most part for this Houston Astro team, but he's a guy that's got good stuff, keeping that ERA down, not giving up a lot of runs, even though, like I said, the league ain't 100% up to snuff with Lambert, where when there's more film and they make adjustments on him, then we'll see how he really does. But right now he's pitching good. He's got a good matchup coming up June 29th versus the Minnesota Twins, where their offense isn't really that good. And like I said, Houston, right now they're a team out of it, even though they're hanging around a little bit. So I think Peter Lambert, he can help fantasy owners. And like I said, he's been helping the Astro team. And there this week in the final pitcher, Michael McGreevy of the St. Louis Cardinals. So McGreevy, he's been on this list on and off a lot this season, and he's been solid all year long. And this Cardinal team, like I said, has played good baseball a majority of the season, where, like I said, they traded a lot of their veterans and they've gone with the young kids, and they've played well on the year for McGreevy. 89 1/3, 3-6 record, 57 Ks, 3.12 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, and 10 quality starts for McGreevy. In the last month, that ERA is at 3.41. So I know the win-loss record isn't great, 3-6 on the year, but the ERA is good. Going deep into games has been good for McGreevy as well. And I just think people are still sleeping on him, where he's a guy, for the most part, he's going to be solid for fantasy owners as McGreevy. June 14th in Minnesota, 6 innings, no decision, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks, a quality start. June 19th at the Royals, he got shelled in that one, 5 innings, got the loss, 8 hits, 5 runs, a walk, 2 Ks. And then June 26th in last night's game versus the Marlins, tough no decision, 6 innings, no decision, 5 hits, no runs, a walk, 4 Ks, a quality starts. He's not going to have high K stuff, isn't Michael McGreevy, but like I said, he's a guy going deep into games. His Cardinal team playing pretty good baseball this season, and he's definitely someone that can help fantasy owners in 12-team leagues or deeper. So that's a few pitchers I looked at off the wire for Week 15 of the fantasy baseball season.